Here are the jackets from my first video, kind of a follow-up. The inspiration for the first video, video, I would like to see the rest. So it kind of started out with comparing this jacket and the length, and go back and watch it. It's right on here. We're going to get some stuff out of this box over here. And I don't know how many jackets. You can see that red, white, and blue in there. So that'll be our goal for today. Just today, someone commented on that first video, and they mentioned Chippewa Falls. They had a shirt or jacket from them. I told them in the comment that I was wearing one as I was wearing one as I wrote this, and I had this red, white, and blue on, which is, of course, not a jacket, but is significant because of these wool jackets. Man, this guy's bright, isn't he? My theory is, my contention is all this red, white, and blue, and I got another one in there, two more in there, were made during World War II. I don't know how to document this Chippewa Falls from that era, but it could well be. It's a nice wool, a vintage wool. Now here's one out of the box. Again, I call these the red, white, and blues. This has a '40s Talon zipper. Let's look at the logo. This is the Sport Clad. This is probably, I can wear all these jackets. This is at least a 44 or 42. I'm not going to try them. I don't think I might measure a couple of the backs on them to kind of keep track of that. Let's flip it over. This is the Sport Clad, traditional half belt with side adjustments. I don't think there's even any holes in this one. Now here's another beautiful red, white, and blue. Contrast with that guy below it a bit. The one to your back is a Sport Clad. This is a Hercules. No doubt from the same era. This one has the same '40s Talon zipper. And this zipper is a good example of what probably, it changed from the old Sunrise during the war, or right at during the war, and it went to this, had the same square-ended pull, but Talon down the middle, which lasted till the end of the '40s. This guy's heavy. This is really a heavy wool. It's got what am I call it? It's got the cuffs, storm cuffs. This other one does not. Sport Clad does not, and that Sport Clad is a lighter wool than this one. This guy's heavy. Again, this one is also at least a 44. And this is where length becomes interesting because this one is a little bit longer. We'll measure these guys. Just measure these two backs. This guy here is 25. The Sport Clad is 23. As I recall, this one in the back here was also a 23-inch length, this brown one, or it was a 24. This was a 27 length. I think this was the 23. This Hercules back here. So that's interesting. Now this jacket also is a really heavy, coarse wool. This, a softer, less thick wool. And let's get out a couple more and measure them. Before I forget, I had to measure these a couple of times because I'm so confused as to the length. And also my camera really takes everything and makes it really light, almost a different color. Close, but or they just show up differently, certainly. This guy is a J.C. Penney. They're both penny jackets. This one has a dateable zipper at Talon Sunrise on there. It dates to 1939. And it is 22 inches long. And it too is probably a 44, 42 or 44. I can easily wear it. Again, this jacket is really, you kind of lose the shadow effect in this. Here's the hammered buckles. And this is a wool probably similar to that Sport Clad as far as, well, that red, white, and blue Sport Clad, also a J.C. Penney jacket. Similar weight, whereas this guy back here is just a blanket. And now we have another J.C. Penney. This has got a little bit later. This is later label. It's nice to date these labels because this jacket has got a beautiful Conmar bell-shaped zipper. This is a wartime jacket. So I know that Sport Clad label goes back at least till then. Try to get a better look at this. This jacket is 23 inches long. This one was 22, this 23. Let's flip this guy over. Traditional again, traditional half belt. "23 inches long. And the wool on this one is more similar to the thick Hercules. Very much thicker than much thicker than this one is in the length. It's got the feel of this one here, this Hercules. Yeah, it's that same. You know, I'm not a big wool. I'm no way a wool expert. These jackets are advertised as 33 ounce, 20 whatever ounces, so they're sold by the ounce on there, sold by the weight. So they're kind of easy to figure out. The heavy one must be the heaviest weight. There's the black, the back, the black, the back. Got one more in the box I got to get out. The last one in the box is another red, white, and blue, and this one is good evidence of these being made during the war. This is a 40 below. Distinctive sportswear, guaranteed quality. And now I'm going to stumble a bit because I think 40 below is from Crawfordsville, Indiana. I could have looked that up because I grew up around there. Lived in Crawfordsville as a child, young child, and all my family's from around that area. And this one, what helps identify this is definitely wartime, is this V-zipper in that kind of pot metal. It's kind of scarred up, but underneath it, for a stop box, it has a Talon stop box, but no Talon down the middle. So this is an interesting zipper. The male side is toast, but this is great to have, because it shows that this jacket was made during the war, and they did transition to this stop box. And this is it. This is the cheap metal one without Talon even down the middle. And this guy, what I say, he was 25 inches. I hope. Well, you can go back and just like me and rewind. This jacket overall is pretty big too. The weight on this one is more along the lines of the sport clad. And this probably is a 46. This guy's big. It's quite a pile. And this box is empty. But I have some in the other room. And actually the piece de resistance is not even in this pile. It's downstairs on a rack, and I'll have to get that out because it's the top dog. And then I've got other short wools. I'll have to get in the wool room and see. But that's it for now on the wool jackets. I was going to say something else about these. As much as I like to pride myself on knowledge of who made what, when, and where in leather jackets, I don't have other than Jack Frost or 40 below, if they got a maker's name in. Other than that, I don't know who these jackets were made by. If people have a clue, let me know.